When you get stuck in negative thinking, in negative thought patterns, in negative thought loops, it can really, really bring you down. And positive thinking has often been thought of as the antidote to negative thinking. And honestly, positive thinking can be nice for a short term pick me up. But the people who are the highest performers in all sorts of fields, including on the sports field, are people who are able to think actually neutrally about a situation, to recognize what's going on for what it is, and to recognize what's required of success, and to just get into those things. And it's not like pie in the sky positivity. It's not negativity. It's like saying, okay, what is true here? And how can I respond to the situation? That's the one big idea, the one big takeaway from this book. It Takes What It Takes by Trevor Moawad. And if you're fairly new to this, I've done a lot of these in the past. It's been a few weeks since I've done a one big idea. But honestly, right now in the middle of this whole coronavirus situation, like this book, even though I had my notes taken on this months ago, this book actually feels like a very appropriate one to pull out as my first one big idea book in a while, or one big idea book video in a while. So Trevor Moawad is one of the leading sports mental performance coaches. Like he's all about mental coaching. In fact, Sports Illustrated named him the best brain trainer in sports. Russell Wilson, the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl champion quarterback, the highest paid NFL quarterback of all time until that changes, right? Is a personal client and like is texting Trevor Moawad all the time. Nick Saban, one of the greatest college football coaches of all time, has trusted Trevor to coach his players at Alabama. And there have been top soccer players, top performers from multiple sports, all turning to Trevor Moawad as a brain trainer, as a mental performance coach. So what's neutral thinking? So neutral thinking is accurate thinking without judgment. Like you're not trying to make the situation something other than what it is. You're trying to accurately represent, okay, here's what's going on and here's what I can do to respond to it. What's true about this situation? What's in my control? What's outside of my control? What do I want here? What can I do to get it? What physical action steps can I take? And these are things that I've repeated often, and they're principles that actually go back to Stoicism as a ancient philosophy that's stood the test of time up until today. And they're built into so much of what I recommend, and they apply to marketing, they apply to business, they apply to entrepreneurship, they apply to personal success, they apply in every topic that I talk about. The more accurate you can be with your thinking, like recognizing, okay, this is what's going on here. Here's the situation, like a SWOT analysis: situation, weakness, opportunities, threats. So like it's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So like, here's what's going on. Here's what we can do about it. Here are the challenges that we're likely to run into. The more accurate that you are in all of this analysis of what you do, the more effective you can be. And ultimately, like that's what like productivity and positivity and success and motivation, all of it is really like the goal of all of it is to make you more effective at what you do, more effective at creating what you want in your life. Life is full of choices, and the more accurately that you can look at and analyze those choices, the more effective you will be. Now, if you're not actually really taking control in this way, if you're not thinking about things in a neutral way, you can often end up in a situation where maybe you're super talented, but you fail because you're operating under all of these assumptions of like, I don't have to think about the negativity, I'm thinking positive, right? Or talentless successes where somebody's just willing to put in the work, saying, hey, it's going to take whatever it's going to take. And I'm going to probably fail a million times, but I'm going to do it. Like that's a huge difference when it comes to people reaching the peaks of success. oftentimes the people who you might assume like in growing up would be the big successes are the people who seem to have this natural talent, but oftentimes that fizzles out because they've been told over and over again, oh, you're talented, you're talented, you're talented. And that creates this like fixed mindset, and fixed mindset is never what works to get ahead. A fixed mindset is like, oh, I'm smart, so I don't have to work hard at things. Well, as soon as you run into something that's difficult, you're going to stop working hard. Or I'm strong, I'm fast, so I should be able to beat people in the sports field. As soon as you meet somebody who's faster than you or stronger than you, you're going to give up because you didn't instill in yourself, like, I'm going to do what it takes to consistently be faster. I'm going to do what it takes to consistently be stronger or smarter, more resilient, more willing to do all of the work that's necessary. And the question then becomes like, who chooses to do the work to succeed? It's the people that recognize this. It's the people that say, okay, here's what's going on, and here's what I can do about it. And I'm going to do what I can do to take control of this situation. It takes what it takes, right? It takes what it takes. But are you going to choose to do this? Are you going to choose to do this? And the moment that you say, like the moment Russell Wilson said, I'm going to become one of the greatest professional football quarterbacks of all time. Once he made that choice, every choice after that became an illusion. Because if he really truly wanted to fulfill on that, he had to do what he had to do. It was going to take what it was going to take. Jerry Rice was famously known for like showing up earlier than everybody at practice and staying on the practice field longer than everybody till everybody had gone home. Every time in practice that his hands touched the football, he would run it all the way to the end zone, even if it was just warm-ups. Everybody else would be dialing it in spring training. Jerry Rice's hands touch the football, he's going to be in the end zone. And that's how he became one of the greatest receivers of all time, because he knew what it would take. And he was asked about it. And he said basically that he trained himself that every time his hands touched the football, his body had to end up in the end zone. And he recognized that's what it was going to take to be great. And the same thing applies in your business, in your life. Like, am I going to sit down and am I going to crank out another advertisement to test? And am I going to crank out another advertisement to test? And am I going to crank out another advertisement to test? And am I willing to put in the work even when I keep being met with failure? It takes what it takes. Testing more is going to teach you more. You're going to learn more. You're going to face more failures. You're going to face more successes, and you're going to consistently grow. Am I going to put new offers out in the marketplace? If something bombs, am I going to try again? If I try something and I fail, am I going to say, okay, what can I do about that? What can I change for next time? And like all of these things add up over time to becoming great at anything. And it's fun to like look at professional sports stars and like learn from their coaches, because they are on display as like these high achievers, right? But there are so many entrepreneurs out there who are applying these same principles. There's marketers, there's copywriters, there's people involved in sales, there's people involved in creating value for the marketplace and creating value for their customers, their clients, their prospects, their universe, their audiences, whatever. And those people, they don't get celebrated in the same way, but they're putting in the same effort to achieve success. And the ones that do the best are the ones that aren't stuck in negative thinking, because those people don't even show up to play. And they're not like often la la land positive thinking, because those people often bounce from one thing to another, because as soon as they're met with negativity, they give up and they say, well, I must be better somewhere else. But the people who apply this neutral thinking, the people who say it's going to take what it's going to take and I'm going to be the one who does it, those are the people who have the most success in all sorts of endeavors. So I strongly recommend this book. I listened to the audiobook. I'll include a link in the description to that, as well as an audible trial, which would get you a free book if you're not yet an Audible member. And my name is Roy Furr. This has been a video issue of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets, back to doing a one big idea on a book that I think is valuable to you as a marketer, copywriter, business builder, entrepreneur, just in your career and life in general. I hope that you found this valuable. If you want more from me, of course, you can subscribe here, click like so that the magical algorithms will share this with other people like you. You can comment with your takeaways, your observations, your aha moments. You can share this with other people, tag them in the comments or share it directly or whatever. And again, subscribe here. You can also go to breakthroughmarketingsecrets.com and get more from me there in terms of content around marketing, copywriting, business building, entrepreneurship, personal success, and more. Again, with that, I'm Roy Furr. This has been a video issue of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets, and I look forward to seeing you again in your next video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.